This video contains flashing lights and unsettling content. Viewer discretion advised.
Traditionally, we expect the racing game to be a breakneck speed, high-stakes drive to the finish line.
But there are times when developers take the concept in much stranger directions, sometimes with creative concepts, bizarre vehicles, and strange characters to mix things up.
From racing animals, to bouncing balls, to trailblazing toilets, we present the top 10 strangest racing games.
Garfield Kart. Released in 2013 for the Nintendo 3DS, this game takes the 2009 cartoon version of the lasagna-loving feline and friends and transplants them into the world of competitive go-kart racing. Clearly taking more than a little inspiration from Mario Kart, the game has similar mechanics and design choices. Drift boosting around corners, the starting grid boost start, custom parts for your vehicle, and cups of multiple racing circuits are all present and accounted for. The various power-up items on offer also behave in a similar manner to the hit franchise. However, they're more thematic with stacks of lasagna, cherry pies, and gemstones filling the roles of speed boosting and trap items. With a roster of 8 playable characters and 16 unique courses to choose from, the game has a decent amount of content to experience. What makes this content so bizarre is the idea of cats, mice, and dogs racing humans while slinging pies at each other. The mix of characters, locations, and items make this game an odd mix of creative features, similar to a certain other racing game.
Shrek Smash and Crash Racing. In the mid-2000s, the Shrek franchise was at the peak of its popularity, causing many game studios to release their own Shrek-themed video games. In 2006, Activision released Shrek Smash and Crash for the GameCube, PlayStation 2, PlayStation Portable, Nintendo DS, and Game Boy Advance. The game draws inspiration from games like Mario Kart, but with Shrek characters. There are 12 characters, each with their respective vehicle and item, which they can use to hit any nearby racers. There's 4 cups in total, with 3 courses in each, adding up to 12 courses in total. Each course is themed to a certain location from the film series. Throughout the courses, there's speed boosts and items with comedic fairy tale themes, such as a giant beanstalk, a wild goose, and pixie dust. The strangest thing of all are the vehicles that the characters ride. The majority are animals such as a bull and minor animal characters such as Dragon, Papa Bear, and the Big Bad Wolf. Then there's a couple odd ones such as Princess Fiona's onion carriage and the 3 Little Pigs' magic carpet. With all things considered, it's not surprising that a very unusual racing game comes from such a strange film franchise.
Toy Story Racer. This 2001 PlayStation release pits characters Woody, Buzz, Bo Peep, and RC all competing in a race for first place. Given the characters in question are all toys, some of the racetracks are also unique in terms of what you'd normally expect. The perspective of the world is larger compared to other similar games. Taking the player on a tour of various prominent locations from the films, these tracks include Andy's bedroom, the attic, Sid's home, Pizza Planet, and an underground parking garage. Characters and challenges can be unlocked by collecting the green toy soldiers in a series of different races and challenges. Some of these challenges are also quite bizarre, ranging from standard racing to a tag mode where you drive around a looped track eliminating other racers. The unlockable characters include Rex, Slinky, Ham, Mr. Potato Head, Little Green Men, Rocky, Lenny, Alien, and Babyface. The power-ups for these races are also suitably wacky, with present boxes containing spinning tops, an electrocuting antenna, and toy rockets to take out the competition. Perhaps most shockingly of all, the game has a large selection of content. It has 18 tracks and 100 challenges to complete, quite surprising given its nature as a movie tie-in game. However, what makes the game truly bizarre is that in this universe, toys were supposed to hide the fact that they were alive, yet in this game, they're clearly oblivious to the problems caused by zipping around various human-infested areas so openly.
Running High. Running High is set in the far-off future of 2001, where technology has advanced so much that power suits are available for high-stakes racing sports. 6 racers with their own custom power suits clash in the Running High tournament where all's fair in love and racing. Be prepared to punch the opposition as you pass them or simply vault over them to slow them down.
Wow, that's an amazing jump!
Over 4 futuristic courses of the tournament, each racer will run with all their might to be the first over the line. What makes this game strange is the unique take on racing. There are no items or vehicles, only runners with a jet booster for a rapid surge of speed. This unique approach makes Running High a rather strange kind of racing game.
The great race has begun!
Iggy's Reckin Balls. Released for the Nintendo 64 in 1998, Iggy's Reckin Balls is a racing game where you control several colorful balls with faces. There's about 17 playable characters which all have unique looks and personalities that sets them apart. With over 100 courses utilizing a 3D style with 2D action controls. The racing in the game mostly consists of vertical obstacle courses. This is aided by the inclusion of a grapple hook and power-ups, which can also disrupt other players. Once you get to the top of the tower, your character will hit a giant button, causing the tower to collapse, sending one of your opponents flying at the screen. What really sets this game apart from the others is the art style. The characters all have quirky looks, with one of them called the Chatter, which is just an orange with human lips and teeth. Along with the strange vertical courses, each with a vastly different art style, this is a standout entry among traditional racing games.
Touhou, Fumo Racing. Touhou Fumo Racing draws from the Touhou franchise by placing plush characters into a variety of vehicles to blaze a trail of chaotic racing through 3 separate tracks. Add in a variety of items to disrupt opponents and boost ahead, and you have an interesting racing experience on your hands. While the look will remind you of more traditional car racers, the game has its own quirks that take it from traditional racer to memorable experience. Some of the vehicle choices are interesting, from the humble cart and bike, to the more unusual skateboard, finally to the outlandish shopping cart and cleaning bot. What makes this truly unique is the ability to have up to 100 racers in a single race. Seeing the horde of plush characters blaze by on crazy vehicles is nothing short of hilarious. The combination of strange items, bizarre vehicles, curious plush characters, and unusual tracks all make for a weird yet strangely enjoyable experience.
Zusar Vasar. Zusar Vasar is a Japan-exclusive racing game where you hitch up mechanical chariots to robotic animals to race in futuristic chariot races. A wide assortment of animal robots are available for land, sea, and air races, along with a selection of chariots, each with their own stats to consider. Normal races are entirely down to your racing prowess, so don't expect any items to disrupt the opposition. However, you do have access to a booster when it's charged up. Should you desire more action, you can switch to the battle race mode and strap on an assortment of weapons to really shake things up. You also have an opportunity to have the almighty shark complete with laser cannons should you feel especially evil. What makes this game strange is its concept. Racing robotic animal-drawn chariots is such a unique take on the racing genre. Chariot racing is not often chosen for a gaming concept, so to take it a step further with robotic chariot racing goes the extra mile.
Uniracers. Released in 1994 for the Super Nintendo, Uniracers is a racing game with living unicycles. Instead of stages, the game has levels, where you go up against an AI opponent through simple 2D tracks. There aren't any pickup items or ways to disrupt the AI, but there are several hazards on the tracks which can slow both racers down. The main gimmick of the game is the ability to do tricks and stunts in the air, which gives you a small speed boost if you land it. Later levels feature an anti-uni, an AI that'll work against you using cheating tactics such as control reversing and screen flipping. Never heard of the game? Well, it's probably because when it came out, Pixar sued the developers due to the red unicycle looking similar to their short animated movie Red's Dream. The judge sided with Pixar and Nintendo terminated production of Uniracers, so the game only sold 300,000 copies. What is considered to be the biggest oddity of the game was the overall concept of playing living unicycles. The game never gave an explanation on what they were or why they're racing each other in the first place.
Gekisou Benza Race, Toilet Shooting Star. Of all the styles of racing games, few have ever explored the notion of racing toilets, yet Darsoft decided to roll with it and give us Gekisou Benza Race, a game where a variety of characters race upon their customised porcelain thrones. Nothing can prepare you for the insanity that this game has in store for you, as you see actual toilets blazing through a selection of courses in a bid to be number one. Toilet paper can be tossed as a weapon, whilst several unique items on the track can be set off for some crazy power-ups. Throughout the race, in-game currency can be earned and can be used to unlock content and engage in the gacha loot box system to unlock collectible cards. It's not that hard to see why this game is classed as an unusual racing game. This list has a wide variety of strange racing concepts, but this one stands out as one of the most bizarre ideas for a racing vehicle concept, and is well deserved of its position on this list. The Zoo Race. Where do we even begin with this one? The premise is a little librarian called Hannah has a dream of herself and her friends being turned into animals. Hannah and friends are forced to race each other after disembarking from the Ark, celebrating surviving the biblical catastrophe. And no, we are not making this up. Since it takes place in a dream, the racetracks are set in a variety of different environments. These include a safari park with dinosaurs, a level where the characters get fired from a cannon, and even a race across the surface of the moon. The environmental hazards are equally ludicrous, with exploding barrels, giant rats, and flying crows that drop poop onto the tracks. The controls are clunky, not helped at all by the obligatory swimming sections found in most levels. The voice acting in the opening cutscene is laughably terrible, and the music and graphics are equally as poor.
Hannah the horse, followed by Priscilla the pig.
The animals all wear silly hats and throw a dance party at the end of every race. All of it combines to make one of the most surreal and weird experiences in not just racing games, but gaming in general. This makes this game a worthy entry to our list.
Did you enjoy the video? Why not click the bell icon and subscribe to see more content from us at TatsTopVideos. And now let's see the creators of this video.